What's going on, everybody? This is Corylee Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash the hell out of that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we got your boy DC Mike in the building. We're gonna break down this Lomachencko versus Commey fight. Um, Lomachencko is on the road back to back to the top. DC Mike, man, how you doing today?
I'm good. How you, Corey?
Man, everything is everything. You know how that. You know we out here to try to get this bread, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
yeah, man. But with this Commey fight, we haven't seen Lomachenko in a while. Um, It's just been one of those things that we haven't seen, so we don't know exactly how he's going to be after that shoulder surgery. Remember, Bob Arum says, and he still is adamant about him beating Teofimo Lopez in a rematch because he said he was hurt. What do you think about that?
Uh, I'm sure he probably was hurt. He could have been hurt. I think Teofimo. Well, I don't think It's been reported Teofimo Lopez when he fought Cambosis, he had air in his chest. So I'm sure a lot of fighters don't go into a fight 100%. There's always going to be some soreness. This guy has hand hurt. This guy's shoulder or whatever it is. I don't think no fighter goes into a fight 100%. I guess you just gotta take the good with the good and the bad with the bad. Hopefully that answered your question. I don't know if it did or not, but
When you
you
say
was looking
when
for
you
enough.
say you got to take the good with the good and the bad with the bad,
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, man, like I was trying to tell a lot of these guys and people out here and women out here, I truly feel like Lomachenko still has it left, man. I still think he's got enough in the tank to get it done and to compete at a high level. You got to understand that fight was still close against the Lopez versus Lomachenko, and I truly feel Lomo wasn't at his best. I'm not making excuses for no fighter. We don't do that here. But what I will say is, I think that Teofimo Lopez, his father, is detrimental to his career. So that automatically, you know what I'm saying, put him at a disadvantage. You got to have your corner straight. Did you hear what Jerron Booth Ennis' head coach said, his father? He said that Lopez in the Camboso fight was not getting any good direction. Do you believe that?
Um, I didn't see the fight live, but I mean,
You didn't hear what his father was saying in the corner when Lopez was losing the fight?
you know what you're telling them, like, careful.
DC.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing something right now. But Chad, man,
Can
I
you hear me?
I mean, it's crazy, guys. I really truly feel that Lopez could get a little bit, a little bit better coaching in his corner, man. It's like, come on now, you know what I mean? The Tony Boswell, smash that like button, you guys. Let's please get these likes up, man. That's all I ask, man. Let's get a couple of these likes up, man. But I really truly feel that Lopez could have got better coaching, man, in that Teofimo Lopez versus Camboso fight. But on to this Lomachenko versus Commey fight. This is not for any of the belts. I'm not. I'm not sure. DC Mike, you there?
Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Can
was gonna say, man, when Teofimo Lopez was losing that fight against George Camboso, his father
you?
gave him directions and said, "Go hit that motherfucker."
Yeah, I think obviously the build up. It seemed like it got kind of personal. Doing the media workout and the pre-fight press conference. So I think it kind of got a little personal for his father, and maybe his father wasn't thinking a bit straight. He was more so emotional as opposed to telling him the right thing. But I mean, I t- you know, throwing this fight to the side. In general, his father typically tells him the right, stuff, the right information. But this time, I think it got a bit personal. Possibly got his father, emotional and out of his game plan, and he really did start telling, Teofimo, you know, that he didn't give him any, valid information on defeating Cambosis. So I think it's just got emotional for his father. They almost fought at the what was it, the media workout. Teofimo's dad against, I don't know if it was Cambosis or his team or whatever. But they just know there's been a lot of bad blood between those guys, and his camp and his camp. He just got emotional for his father. He got so emotional he couldn't even tell his son the right information. Go in there and hit this motherfucker. Excuse my
Yo,
French.
like, what is that? That's what I'm saying. What does that do to a fighter when your coach is pretty much giving you no direction?
I mean, like I said before, like prior to this fight, he typically does. It just got emotional. Bad blood, and got his father out his game plan. His father.
Okay, okay. So,
That's what I think.
heading to this Lomachencko fight, which Lopez, beat. Lomachenko has two losses: the Salido loss and the Lopez loss. Both of those fights, I feel like he was outsized, and he's, I feel like Lomachenko's a smaller 135 pounder. And Lomachenko actually said the only reason why he's at 135 and not 130 is because of the belts. Is because he got all of the belts, and what he had with
Yeah.
all of the belts. And I guess he's trying to get them back. But my personal opinion is, my personal opinion is, I truly feel like Lomachenko can get back and can get back to the top. A lot of people don't believe in that, and a lot of people don't think that that can happen because of the performances that we've seen against, Salido, and the performance against we've seen against Lopez. I mean, I don't know. Am I looking at something wrong, DC Mike, thinking that Lomachenko can get back to the top? How do you feel about that?
I definitely think Lomachenko is still, on top of his game. He hasn't taken, any punishment or any hellacious amount of punishment at all. I believe he's still pretty fresh. The only punishment he's taken is, him being in the amateurs. What's that? 8 years in a row. So he had a, extensive amateur boxing uh, career as far as being amateur. That's the only probably damage he's taken on his body. But as far as the pros, I mean, he hasn't really taken any punishment in the pros at all. The two losses against Toledo and Teofimo, they were very very close losses. It wasn't like he was getting knocked down a couple times or he was getting beat by a wide margin. They were both very very close decision losses. So it ain't like Lomachenko's lost a step. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think yeah, I don't think so.
To that. A lot of people wrote him off after that. Shout out to UGC Flame in the chat and the Boz in the chat, man. We got them in there, man. But my personal opinion, DC Mike, about the whole situation is I think Lomachenko still has a lot left, and I think he's gonna show it on us on Saturday. I think he's gonna come out with a breakout performance. And I think he's gonna surprise, and I think he's gonna put his hat back in the sweepstakes at 135. I really truly do, man. Maybe I'm one of the only guys that think that, but I think not only is he gonna have a good performance against Commey, and Commey's a young, still a hungry fighter, man. Do you give Commey any chances in this fight to win, DC Mike? Or is this almost like a tune-up? I can't say it's a tune-up because Commey was a former world champion not that long ago.
Right. Well, I guess I'm gonna say what the fighters used to say, back in the days. I give any fighter a chance to get, two hands like the other guy. But if you ask me, who is my honest opinion, who I think is gonna personally win, I think Lomachenko beats him. Possibly, in my opinion, possibly a TKO, possibly. But if not a
Okay.
TKO, he definitely beats him, in my opinion, on a unanimous decision. No problem.
So you feel like Lomachenko's gonna win by knockout or no?
No, I said no. He could possibly get a TKO. Hit him with a
Possibly.
barrage of punches and daze him up and knock him down a couple times. So ref come in
So
and
you
stop
got
it.
Lom. So you
Possibly.
got so you got Lomachenko winning.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, okay. What round? Like how's your pick gonna look? I mean, you got him winning first round
Um,
knockout,
no.
unanimous decision, split decision in a close fight. What do you got it, dude? Smash
No,
that
I
like
think
button. Stop playing with me.
Lomachenko wins on a unanimous decision, no problem. Richard Commey has been, dazed a couple times. Damn near almost knocked out cold by Teofimo. He's been buckled against Robert Easter, so he's been, buckled a few times or dazed a couple times. And
Yes,
like I said,
yes.
if Lomachenko
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
knock him out, then he definitely, in
yeah.
my opinion, wins on a unanimous decision, with no problem at all.
Okay. So you feel like the unanimous decision is almost like a sure thing.
Yeah, in my opinion. Yep.
But DC Mike, let me explain something to you. After the recent upsets that we've seen in boxing, is anything a for sure thing anymore?
I mean, nothing's for sure. Nigga, good point, Corey. Nothing is for sure. But as long
Because
as,
you because you because you told me that Lopez was gonna win.
against Cambosis, right?
Yes you did.
I did. And look what happened. So, like 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 you said before, when Tio fought Loma, they said Lomachenko had a injured shoulder, a bad shoulder. I ain't denying that. Who says his arm was injured or not? You know what I mean? And Tio just lost to
Yeah.
Cambosis. He was just reported to have an air in his chest. So who's to say if he's
Wow.
lying or telling the
Yeah.
truth? So it's like, all these fighters are going in, no fighter goes in 100%. But Tank didn't even go
Yeah.
into his fight 100% with um uh Eastside Cruz. So I mean,
Okay.
I
So
don't know.
do you feel like, shout out to UGC in the chat and Tony Boz. Tony Boz says, don't count Lomo out. That's what he's saying so far. And then UGC in the chat says, Lomo is one fight away from fighting for the belts he lost to Lopez. Comey's getting stopped. Wow. Wow. Comey's getting stopped. Okay, so wow. So people are really thinking that Comey's gonna come in here and get walked over, man. I don't know. I just feel like,
Walkover.
you know, but see the advantage for Lomachenko, the advantage for Lomachenko, in my personal opinion, is I truly feel that Lomachenko's point. Hey, put your phone on mute. You got all the static in the background when you're not talking. Appreciate that. But yeah, man, I truly feel that Lomachenko has a lot left. Not only does he have a lot left, that he can actually still have those punch placements that a lot of people look for in his fights. He has some of the best angles in boxing. When it comes down to it, when we call a spade here, Corylee Boxing, smash that like button. My personal opinion about the whole situation is Lomachenko is a very, 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 very good fighter. You know what I mean? I can't stress that enough. You know, um, but do I think Lomachenko has chinks in his armor? Of course, they all do. Even Javante Davis, even Teofimo Lopez, even Devin Haney. None of these fighters are gonna look good, excellent. Excellent in every single fight. That's impossible. Because it's boxing and you're gonna get hit. But I really truly feel that Lomachenko's angles and his foot speed can get him out of any type of problems that he could possibly get into in this fight. And with that being said, I truly feel that Lomachenko is going to go for the knockout. He's got to make a statement. Do you feel the same way, DC Mike? I truly feel that Lomachenko needs to make a statement.
I think so, Corey. Like I said, Commey has fought. Robert Easter. Robert wasn't able to stop him. He was former IBF lightweight champion, and he also fought Teofimo. I forget, were those belts on the line against Commey? No, no. Was that before or after he fought Loma Teo?
Yeah, he's going. He. You said what now?
I
What'd
said
you
when
say?
I said when Lomachenko when I lost my train of thought.
Nah, but I mean, what you were pretty much saying is, I think what you were saying was, do I think, do you, do I think that Lomachenko, still has it pretty much? And my response to that is, yeah, I think Lomachenko's a really, really good fighter. I think he still has it left. And shout out to UGC for sharing this. And that's what I want all you guys to do if you can, man. Share this. You too, DC Mike. Share this on your YouTube channel, just like UGC did. It'll get your viewers in, his viewers in. It'll get everybody where we can talk about this round table about some of the things in boxing and some of the question marks in boxing that we really need to talk about. Like why hasn't Vasil Lomachenko fought in over a year? I mean, it's these are things that need to be answered. I feel like we need answers to some of these questions. You know what I mean? Like Lomachenko did so well in his career, and I feel like that one loss just set him back so much. One loss in
Mm,
boxing, you guys, can set a fighter's career back years, man. Years. One loss, DC Mike, can do that.
yeah, but yeah,
And it's fucked
my
up
train of thought is.
because
I'm
it's
sorry.
fucked up. We're in the Mayweather area. Go ahead.
Yeah, my train of thought is coming back. So I think
Uh oh, uh
Lomachenko.
oh, uh oh, he's back. Uh oh.
I think Lomachenko is going to try to make a statement. Like I said, Robert Easter, buckled him, couldn't knock him out. And Tio, obviously knocked him out. And how many rounds did Tio finish Commey? Was it 5 rounds or something?
Teofimo Lopez finished Coleman. I want to say it was under 8 rounds. I know for sure. I'm almost 100% positive it was 8 and under is when he
Right.
finished, and brutally. Let me tell you guys, and brutally. Not only was that Teofimo Lopez knockout on Corylee Boxing's greatest ice season hits, okay? That knockout was definitely on ice season's greatest hits, okay? He made the cut for that knockout. Not only was it on that, that was a brutal knockout for Commey's career. You know, those are some type of knockouts sometimes, man, that you never really get over. You know,
Right.
he was hurt. He was he was badly damaged, and I really truly feel that he could have did a lot better. But his punch placement and the way he was swinging, both of these guys, Lopez and Richard Coleman in that fight was swinging for the fences. I feel like it was the first one to land was going to get it because we all know now that we looked at the George Camboso fight. I truly feel that Lopez's chin is questionable, man. I'm just gonna be honest because he got dropped so effortlessly by Camboso. Camboso hit him on the button and dropped him straight up.
Yeah, pull right hand, right? Pull counter. I believe it was a pull
Shout out
count
to
over
Champ Ross in the
Lopez. I
shout
believe it
out
was a
to
pull
Champ
count
Ross
over
in the
Lopez.
chat.
I'm sorry.
Hold on real quick, DC. Champ Ross in the chat says, shout out to Champ Ross in the chat. He says, I think this Lomachenko second fight since he fought Nakatani a few months back, I believe. See, that's another thing. Richard Commey is coming in as a fresher fighter too. He's been in the ring a lot sooner and a lot more recently than Lomachenko. Do you think that long layoff will affect Lomachenko in this fight? What do you think, DC Mike?
Um, I'm not really for sure. I mean, it could or it can't. I can't really say. Um, I think as long as Lomachenko has been in the gym most of the time, training and sparring, I think he'll be okay. But like I said, if it will
Uh-huh.
affect him, it'll probably be for the first couple rounds, and then
Uh-huh.
once Lomachenko gets warmed up and get his time in, I believe he you know pretty much beats Richard Commey decisively. No problem. No problem.
So we don't have anything to worry about in this Richard Commey Lomachenko fight.
I, I don't think so. I think Lomachenko defensively. I think defensively is better than Robert Easter defensively, and I think he's
Wow.
better defensively than Teofimo Lopez. At
Who
least with
is?
the feet anyway. Lomachenko.
Oh, Lomachencko.
You know,
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
with the pivoting and
Um,
turning them. I don't think Richard's gonna be able to keep up with that.
you don't think so?
Nope. I think with that alone, it's gonna open up a lot of shots for Lomachenko, and he, like I said, if he's rusty at all for the first couple of rounds, once he get his time in, Richard Coleman's gonna get, and Corey's worse, he's gonna get iced.
Whoa.
It's gonna be ice
Yeah.
season.
Whoa. Yeah, man. So you think it? So you definitely think it's gonna be ice season for this fight?
It could be if Loma hit him right, but Loma normally is a combination puncher.
Yeah, you right about that. You right about that,
He's
man.
never put nobody out with one shot. He'll probably, land the cumulative punches and dazed, Richard Coleman. And like I said, he could possibly put him down. I won't be surprised if he put him down. Like I said, if he can't knock
So,
him out, he's gonna win a clean sweep.
so I got DC Mike has Lomachenko winning by possible knockout. So what is your final pick, dude? What's your final prediction?
I'm gonna say
You're all
unanimous
you're
decision.
all over the place. You're all over the place.
I
You're talking ice season. You're talking maybe this, maybe that. The fans want to know what is DC Mike standing on.
well, I guess in my choice words, ice season, in my opinion, in this situation, could either be knockout or decision. But the decision is gonna be a clean
Ice
sweep.
season, ice season is 100,000% knockout.
I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna
Ice
change my
season
choice of
can
word.
never be a decision. Ice season
Okay,
can never be by decision.
okay,
When a motherfucker gets iced on Corylee boxing, he got knocked the fuck out completely.
okay. Well, taking away the word ice season, I think Lomachenko wins
Oh,
a clean. I'm gonna say clean sweep decision.
oh, wow, wow, okay, wow. So that's okay. So he said he said that's a big difference between 17 points and 5, Corey. Big difference. Yeah. So my personal opinion is on this fight. I think that Richard Commey does well in the beginning. He tries to get his bearings with them, and depending, I think Commey will come out pretty good. But I eventually think that Lomachenko, if he has that power, which I think he can have, which is long layoff, I think that this fight will either go. My first response is it going to decision. That's my pick. I think that this fight will just go by decision. I think Lomachenko will win by decision, but I think that Lomachenko can get the knockout if his punch placement is spot on, which I think it can be. I think it
Yeah,
can be. I think that ice season could come in about the eighth or ninth round. He could catch Comey coming in. He could catch him. He could catch him because some of those stances and those angles. I really truly think that Richard Comey is gonna leave himself. Put yourself on mute real quick. But yeah, I really truly think that that could happen, DC. I mean, I really do. Because the more I think about it and the more I do it, the more I, break this fight down, I truly feel, okay, I truly feel that Lomachencko has enough tools to stop Richard Commey. That's my personal opinion, you know. So, like I said, we got to see how the fight goes this Saturday, you guys. I believe it's on ESPN Plus. Please don't say that this fight is on pay-per-view. I cannot handle another pay-per-view, dude. They just got me for the Javante Davis pay-per-view, dude. That was insane, dude. Did you pay for that Javante Davis? I think it was about $70 pay-per-view buy. Did you get did DC Mike did they get DC Mike's money?
Oh, they did not.
Oh
Javante's my guy, but
man.
they didn't get my money.
So
They did
so you
not.
weren't one of the guys. So you weren't one of the guys that bought the pay-per-view, man.
No, I was not. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn, man.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah,
as far as
man.
with the
Uh huh. Go ahead.
as far as with the Lomachenko and Comey fight, I definitely think Lomachenko is going to try to make a statement and do what Teofimo did and try to get him out of there by at least the same amount of rounds that Teofimo did. That has to be in the back of his mind. It has to be.
Yeah, yeah. So you feel like he's gonna try to outdo Teofimo Lopez, the guy he lost to?
I think so.
Common opponent. Common
I
opponent.
think so. That's all it's about. Common opponents. Whoever can do a quicker job, match up the two. The two winners.
You
It
love
has to
that
be in the back of his
common
mind.
opponent, and that you love that common opponent analogy, man. You love when
Yeah.
fighters, like you can gauge them like that, huh?
Uh-huh.
Will this
That,
fight pretty much show you where Lomachenko is?
it's not going to show me where he is because in my opinion, Lomachenko ain't never went anywhere. But
Oh, he didn't.
I mean, he was gone for a year because of the shoulder injury. But I mean, people probably talking like, "Oh, Lomachenko's washed up and this and that." He's not washed up. In my personal opinion, he ain't going anywhere. That's just my opinion.
So
He lost a
so you
very
don't feel
razor
like
thin close decision.
Lomachenko? Oh, what'd you say?
He lost a very, very close decision against T.O., and that was it.
So do you
And
think
that was it.
do you feel like fighters and fans are being a little too hard on Lomachenko and writing him off? Because I'm
You
gonna
know
be
how
honest, a
boxing.
lot of people wrote Lomachenko off after that loss.
I know. You know how boxing fans are, Corey. And if Tank would have lost, all Tank trash, Tank can't punch. That's how boxing fans.
Yeah,
I
but the
mean, it's
more I
just getting
think
to a
about it, what'd you say?
it's just getting to a point you just can't worry about what these fans saying. Tank could be knocking everybody out, and if he go decision with one guy, all Tank not punching like that, I'm like, it is what it is.
And that's hold on, that's one thing we need to break down the fucking Tank fight before I get off here because I gotta go to work, you guys. But this is gonna be an exclusive DC Mike Corylee boxing collabo on our. I ain't gonna say our boy, but he is from he is probably not that far from where DC Mike lives at. He's not that far from where I live at, and that's Javante Tank Davis. Um, both me and DC Mike been into the Headbangers gym. I mean, we've met Barry Hunter, which is actually gonna be was in the camp for Javante Davis in that fight that he just had against Isaac Cruz. And yeah, man, how do you think Javante Tank Davis looked, and do you think he won the fight?
And I scored a 7-5 for Tank. I thought Cruz won, comfortable 4 or 5 rounds comfortably. I thought Tank edged him out. But it's funny, a lot of people are screaming robbery. I'm like, in my opinion, it wasn't a robbery. It was a close fight, yeah, but Tank won.
You
It was a
got fight
competitive
fans
fight.
out here, DC Mike, that's saying that it was a robbery.
I know it wasn't a robbery. I mean, like Mayweather said, Cruz put up a good effort, and he put up a good effort, and like I said, he won 4 or 5 rounds, but he didn't win. He did good. His stock went up. Nothing. I have nothing bad to say about Cruz. His stock went up. I think he gained somewhere like I don't know if it was 50,000 followers or 100,000 followers. I believe it was 100,000 followers. His stock went up, and now he'll still be in conversation to fight for titles, whether it be Devin Haney, Cambosis, Tank again, and any of them, top 5 or top 10 guys out there. Um, he'll be in, conversation with those guys. But in my opinion, he didn't win. He got four, like I said, comfortable 4 to 5 rounds. It was a good fight.
So you feel like it was a good fight?
Yeah, good fight. Entertainment. But he got 5 rounds in my opinion. 4 to 5. I
So
would get.
you don't
I
feel
would
like it
give.
was like you don't feel like it was a draw.
No.
What do you? I mean, what did you see in Tank Davis? I mean, what did he do? Did he have any? I mean, did you like what you seen? Do you feel like he could have did better? I mean, what? Or do you think it was just a stylistic matchup?
Um, I think Tank did the best he could have done, basically with one uh, with one hand, or with one hand being slightly damaged. Because I've seen Tank do this in training camp before, like years ago, before he signed with Mayweather. He'd been there, hitting the mitts with Burry extremely hard, and he'd be like, and he'd be like, what happened? Like, hurt my hand. And Burry be like, okay, take a 2 minute break, and then take a rest 2 minutes and go right
Wow.
back
So do
at it.
you? So do you? So do you think that this? Wow. So this is exclusive from DC Mike, you guys. So do you think that Javante Davis has had hand problems? I've never really heard about that before. Do you really think that?
I'm not gonna say hand problem, but he trains, obviously trains hard, and every time he hit the mitts, whether Tank is sparring or hitting the mitts with anybody, he's punching extremely, extremely hard. So, sometimes some guys will, kind of hit the mitts moderately. Tank is sparring extremely hard, hitting the mitts extremely hard. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans know Boog, the heavyset guy who hit the
Hello.
mitts with, Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Boxing fans, can y'all hear me? Champ Ross, laugh out loud. Can y'all let me know if y'all can hear me?
Oh yeah.